I'm State Representative Justin Simmons of the 131st District. In today's legislative report, we're going to be at the Lower Milford Volunteer Fire Company. It's important that we remember how vital our volunteer fire companies are to the community. Without volunteer fire companies, many of our municipalities, boroughs, townships, cities would have to implement fire departments, which would cause a raise in taxes. So it's vitally important that we support our volunteer firefighting centers, and that's why I'm here today. I'm actually joined by Fire Chief Rich DeFiore. Rich, how you doing?
Doing very well.
Good. Thank you for being with us today.
No problem.
Just a couple questions for you. What type of trucks do you have here at the Lower Milford Volunteer Fire Company?
We truck 5 apparatus. One is our 1995 Freightliner engine. We also have a 2009 3,000-gallon Mack tanker. We have a Ford utility truck that is also for fire police. We have a 1985 brush truck, and we also just added to our fleet in 2006 was a command vehicle.
Excellent. What areas do you serve here?
We serve the entire district of Lower Milford Township.
Any other surrounding communities or just Lower Milford?
We provide mutual aid to all the surrounding communities and throughout the county.
How many people would you say that you protect or you're responsible for?
We have 4,000 people here in Lower Milford Township, which comes out to about 1,300 residents.
Are you a volunteer organization?
We're 100% volunteer.
How do you get to become a volunteer
here? Basically, come down, visit us on a Monday night and sign up, and we go through the state requirements for training, which we provide all the paid training for, and you just go through the steps of being a volunteer and helping your service, or helping your community out with the service. And if you're not into fire department activity, we have a ton of other things to help with it. Fundraising, dinners to help with our annual carnival. So we need help all around. It's not firefighting, it's everything to keep this organization up and operating. Where
could someone in the community find out about these events that you have that support this organization?
We have a local website, lowermilfordfire.org. Also, we're always here on Monday nights again. If you could attend one of our community events, which are on our website, we're always free and willing to talk to anybody.
Wonderful. Are there any professionals here at the station?
Yes, all the firemen are all professionals. Over half my station here has met the Firefighter 1 National Certification Program. We have a few guys that work part-time for career fire departments, and we also have several guys that became part of out-of-state career departments.
How do you work with surrounding stations?
Through the mutual aid, we work very good together. We all cross-train together. Sometimes we even watch what equipment we purchase individually to assist other areas. For example, Lower Milford's a non-hydrant community. We deal with mostly with drafting water, carrying water to the fire with the water tanker, where Upper Saucon might be a station that concentrates more on aerial apparatus, so if we get more into barn fires, silo rescues, things like that, they could bring in other equipment that we don't have here, and we could provide them with equipment they don't have.
How much does one of the trucks cost?
1995, we bought the engine behind you for $150,000, and the tanker we just recently purchased in 2009 was $385,000. And in 2015, we're replacing the engine. Estimated cost is $600,000.
What is your total operating budget?
We operate around $150,000 a year, which covers everything from maintenance, repair to everyday operations.
Where does this money come from?
Some of it we do have a tax here in the township, which is basically just for emergency suppression only. That is sort of in a reserve to pay for station upgrades and trucks. Most of our money is done here at the fire station through fundraising. Our monthly pork and sauerkraut, the second Thursday of every month, our spaghetti dinner at the end of the month, and our annual carnival, which all the volunteers here do run and operate and put a lot of time and effort into.
And all these events are listed on your website?
Yes,
right?
They are. Yep.
How long has this station been here?
This was built in 1948, and we've been in operation since then.
How could the state help local fire departments, whether it's funding or legislation? What can the state do better to help you guys?
One thing we've been looking at is recruitment. We're looking for different recruitment incentives. volunteers are dwindling and there's really no reason to stay here. We've talked about possible pension plans, maybe some type of life insurance, some type of fringe benefit where a volunteer could be thanked for his time of service and all the training that he puts in throughout the year. And something in order to keep the volunteers there and keep them active, just besides for responding to calls and training.
Do you have a Dalmatian?
No, we don't.
No? Okay. Just curious too, does this facility hold any events for people if they like to have an event for something, a party,
yes,
or a graduation party or something? You know, I know probably that's good for funding.
Yes, that's part of our fundraising. We have a ladies auxiliary and a social club, and our hall is available for rent for weddings, anniversaries, whatever you can imagine. It holds up to 150 people, and it's very newly remodeled and decorated. We just went through a remodeling due to the recent water damage that we had here at the station. There was a $75,000 renovation just recently done.
And can someone inquire about these, about hosting an event here on the website as well?
Yes, all the phone numbers are listed on the website to rent the hall.
Great. Can you explain the requirements for a volunteer to become a member here of the team?
To become an active firefighter?
Yes.
You start here by signing up, and we do a registration on you with all your information. And then we start by sending you to one of the local colleges through L-Tri-C, Northampton, or Bucks by attending what's known as a Delmar or a Firefighter 1 Essentials course, which is approximately 180 hours, usually 2 nights a week and a couple weekends, and you get certified training through that program. That is required by us and by the state to be an active firefighter. Also, there is several other courses to take. We have the local NIMS courses, which all the government agencies have been involved in with Incident Command. And there's also Hazmat Awareness and Refresher, which is state required for all the firefighters to attend. So you're probably looking at approximately like 240 hours to become a firefighter.
What exactly is NIMS?
NIMS is National Incident Management System. It's if we have anything from our normal routine call into a large scale, possibly a railroad accident or accident on I-78 involving multiple vehicles. It involves the command system working with the legislative, working with the neighboring fire departments, working with public works, involving everybody in the incident command system.
Earlier we spoke about having professionals here at the Volunteer Fire Company. Can you explain what exactly the term professional means?
Professional, that's, like I said, all the firefighters here are professional. They're professional volunteers. And they all have families and home careers that they do go to every day. We have everybody from a carpenter, truck driver, mechanic. We have a nurse that works here. These are people, everyday people that go to their everyday jobs and still volunteer here and do take the above and beyond training to become a professional emergency responder here at the station.
So it's not necessarily a full-time job?
Correct. It's fully volunteer here at the station. For me, myself, I treat it as my hobby. It's hard to say that, but some people like to go bowling. I like to fight the fires and help my community.
Do the requirements in order to become an active firefighter, do you feel that they hurt recruitment at all?
They do. It's a lot of hours to have somebody come off the street and say they want to help their community and join the local fire department. And by telling somebody that works a full-time job and has a family that they have to attend these classes, it is a struggle and time to get them through. But once they get through those classes, they usually find some self-enjoyment out of it and gratitude from the service they actually provide to their community.
And why is manpower so important?
We need the manpower for the calls. We need the volunteers to help us out there. When we do get calls, it takes several people to complete that task. And unfortunately, today that's dwindling. 20 years ago, we've had anywhere from 20 people on a call, and today I'm averaging 6 on a call.
Does volunteering here at Lower Milford Fire Company, does that always entail fighting fires?
Not always. We're always looking for volunteers to attend other activities at this fire company. We have our annual carnival committee, which works very hard all year, and that's usually a group of non-firefighters that work on putting together our annual carnival and work on that all year. We also have a pork and sauerkraut committee that come in every month and spend the entire week here baking the porks and getting that whole fundraiser ready. And that's a major fundraiser for us. It provides us a lot of funding throughout the year to pay our normal utilities and bills. There's also the social club, which involves a lot of social club activities. They run dances and benefits and hall rentals and different activities there. There's volunteer activities all around the entire fire company.
What kind of games do you have here? Do you have a pool table?
They do have a pool table. I think they just recently went into a pool league at the social club. They do have a couple small games of chance, which you have to be a member to attend. I should go in depth on that. We have two types of memberships here. You can become an active member or just patronize your local fire company by becoming a social member here. And you could attend we actually have a operating social club in the back of the fire department.
That's all the time we have for today's legislative report here at the Lower Milford Volunteer Fire Company. It's been my pleasure to speak with Fire Chief Rich D. Fiore, and as I stated before in the beginning of this program, it's vitally important that we support our volunteer fire companies and help them with the services they provide. And again, thank you, Chief.